Hello again and welcome to Christine's Creativity Cabinet. Well, I've got kind of an unusual project for you guys today, and this is going to be kind of a long one that's going to be in several parts. In case you haven't noticed, I really love stuffed animals. My stuffy friends are just, they make me happy.
I don't think I need to apologize for my behavior at this point. I think we're all used to it.
So I decided I wanted to take some cards that I got from Temu. They got this nice set of white blank cards, and I'm going to make a card for all of my stuffed animals that are in the favorite category.
I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or a bad idea. It is nonetheless an idea.
And that's still a lot of stuffed animals.
I'm clearly an adult here.
But this video is gonna show 6 of them. And I'm going to try a bunch of different kinds of media and materials, because I like to do that. And I'm just going to make a card for each one of these favorite stuffed animals. And we'll see how that turns out.
Yes, it's going to be extremely time consuming, but it's going to be great. So I hope that you guys can tolerate it.
So in this video, we're going to start with the first 6 of them.
I don't know if you're going to care, but I really am into this idea.
I'm doing them in alphabetical order. And a lot of these are going to be Mariah Elizabeth characters, because I have these Mariah Elizabeth stuffies that I just love.
It's all me.
You can thank me for all of that nonsense.
And they have to be part of it, too. But not all of them are going to be Mariah Elizabeth characters. So we're going to get started right now.
I already have an idea of the idea that I want to start with.
And I'm going to tell you which one I'm going to do first. First in line is the Angry Lemon Blob. And I have the Angry Lemon Blob Stuffie from the Mariah Elizabeth Blob set. And I'll let you see that right here. And I think I decided with this one that I wanted to try doing the washi tape coloring technique that I got from Creative Paula to make my Angry Lemon Blob card. So we'll see how it turns out.
This should be interesting.
Okay, well, I had a little bit of a problem doing this because the first version, I almost got it done, and then my black Posca pen does a thing that paint markers sometimes do, and it just suddenly made a big blob of ink on there, and I couldn't remove it, and so I had to just basically discard that card. Fortunately, I have plenty of these cards, so I had to start over again. And then on the second one, I also had a problem when I was pulling the tape off. It ended up pulling off some of the first surface of the card, that nice kind of watercolory surface. I didn't like that, so I had to throw that one away. But then I finally did, on my third try,
Yay, we love redoing things.
get a good card for our Angry Lemon Blob, and here he is. So he looks great.
Let's continue with more cute things.
So the next card I'm going to work on is the one for my artist blob. And again, that comes from the Mariah Elizabeth Blob set. And he's a cute little blob that likes to paint, and he gets paint all over him. So, of course, I had to use paint for this. I'm going to use some puffy paint, in fact, to make my artist blob, and we'll see how that goes. A few days later. Well, I think that went pretty well. Here's my finished artist blob card. And he looks pretty blobby because I made him with that puffy paint, but I think that turned out well. And then I added the little dots here because I kind of didn't like that the puffy paint kind of filled in the gaps in the letters there. So putting the little white dots on there helped to kind of differentiate the letters. But I think this card turned out well. And he looks very much like the artist blob. So the next one, this one is not going to be Mariah Elizabeth one. This is one that this is a Stuffie that I got at Dollar Tree a really long time ago. So you won't be able to find it now. I love rays, and when I go to the zoo, that's one of my favorite things to see is the rays, the big flat rays that swim around. And at one time at Dollar Tree, they had these very cute little ray stuffies for only $1. And it's small, and so I consider it to be a baby ray. So his name is Baby Flattie. And I think I'm going to do some experimenting with some chalk pastels to make Baby Flattie. Okay, here's my Baby Flattie card. Isn't he cute? You can just barely see the little bubbles that I put on there. I ended up taking my fine point paint marker and kind of going over those bubbles to make them stand out a little bit. You still can't see them very well, but that's okay. They're just meant to kind of gently imply that he's in the water. Okay, so our next Stuffie is another Dollar Tree Stuffie that I, again, got a long time ago. He is supposed to be a walrus. He thinks he's a walrus, but actually he kind of looks a little bit more like a manatee. But we allow him to think that he's a walrus. His name is Baron Grey Whiskers, and he's considered stuffy royalty in our household. I think I'm going to do some experimenting with watercolor to make Baron Grey Whiskers.
Look at that. We are painting. We're painting. We're painting. We're painting.
Okay, here's Baron Grey Whiskers. I think it turned out great. I found these wonderful stickers that I got from Temu that have the little leaf branches, and they were just kind of the perfect thing to kind of enhance his card. So I think this turned out well. And the next one I'm going to do is, this is another Mariah Elizabeth one. It's Boops. Boops is a little alien, and I was one of the ones who got the complete alien set. So we're going to be doing all the little aliens, and that came in a stuffed animal version of a claw machine. It was just so adorable. I love these little aliens. I just think that they're so cute, especially when they're all together in a group. But first in alphabetical order is Boops. And Boops, I imagine being just this kind of cute little baby alien that's just learning to fly.
Into outer space.
I think I'm going to do some experimenting with colored pencils for Boops. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, here's Boops.
Ernie, get it, it's so cute. I'm so cute. I wanna, my crush is adorable.
I like how it turned out. I think this this vellum paper that I got from Dollar Tree is really nice. I saw that and I thought, oh, I would love to have little hearts in the background for Boops. Boops is such a cutie pie. Okay, the last one for this video is going to be, I call him Burger Blob. Mariah Elizabeth calls him OG Blob. He's kind of the big blue blob that likes to eat burgers. Again, I got him as part of the Mariah Elizabeth Blob set. And I want to make him look really kind of fast foody, so I'm going to do some experimenting with some different papers that I have. So we'll see how that goes.
Everything's super cute at this point.
Okay, there's Burger Blob. I was thinking that set of papers that I got the blue from had a kind of yellow one that I was going to use for the burger, but then I couldn't find one that was like that, and so I ended up, and you saw there, I found the perfect thing. It was this a leftover Christmas gift bag, and the side of it was just the right color to make a burger. So that worked out well. I think this looks very fast foodish and very cute. So thank you for watching. I'm going to give you just a little preview of what I'm going to do in part 2. Again, I'm going to do 6, and the 6 that are going to be in alphabetical order. I'm going to do Cousin Burp, which if you're a Mariah Elizabeth fan, you're familiar with him. And I'm going to do, I finally got a Cousin Burp through eBay. He only comes in one of the blind boxes, and I don't necessarily like to get the blind box because it might be not something that I want. But I found an eBay seller that had specifically a Cousin Burp, so I was able to get Cousin Burp. And then I'm also going to do Cousin Derp. I have the Cousin Derp Stuffie from the dessert series, so he holds a little donut that has sprinkles on it.
I've committed to sprinkles and cute little fruit slices. If that's not commitment, I don't know what is.
And then I'm going to do Dotsy, who's another one of the aliens. And I'm going to do Ellie Muffin. Ellie Muffin is a cute little elephant stuffy that I got at Target Bullseye's Playground at one time. And she likes to bounce. And I'm going to do Fish Blob, again, another one from the Blob series. And I'm going to do Fluffy Ella. Fluffy Ella is a beautiful weighted stuffy. Those weighted stuffies are really nice to hold. She's very fluffy. I got her at Walgreens a couple of years ago. So those will be the ones that'll be in part 2. So stay tuned.
Are you excited? Get excited.
Get excited now.
And so many other more. Who wants to miss out on that?